Today we are gonna make an all-natural, all-purpose cleaning product made with essentially two ingredients, just vinegar and the peels of citrus fruits. The tricky part is, in order for you to make it today, you will have had to have started a month ago. So I'm gonna tell you what I did a month ago and then show you how it ends up today. All right, so this kind of gross looking thing is a giant, I actually don't know how, oh, it's 2 quarts. This is a 1.9 liter 2-quart jar that I got at Target. It is Anchor Company glass, made in the USA, and for about a week I saved all the citrus peels from the grapefruit that I ate, the lemons that I used in recipes for cleaning. I think there's a couple orange peels in here as well. But you can use any citrus fruit you want. So I put the peels in here, and then once I had enough to fill the jar, I just covered it up completely with vinegar. I also put the date on the lid, so August 9th, so that I would know when it had been in here for a month. Now, I read online, on Pinterest, on blogs about making this, and people say that you can leave it to soak for 2 weeks, but I'm the sort of person that is like, if a certain amount is good, then more is better, right? So I left mine for, actually now it's been over a month, and so I'm ready to see what we've got. So the things you're gonna need are a funnel, a strainer, and some kind of whatever receptacle you're gonna pour it into. I have this spray bottle that is my favorite. I will link the video where I talked about sprayer bottles below if you're interested. I got this in the gardening section at Target, and the reason I love it so much is because the end of the intake tube has a mesh covering. So if you have put lemon juice in there, little bits of pulp are not gonna get sucked up into there and start clogging your trigger. So I'm gonna put my funnel in there, and then I'm gonna put my strainer on top of that. And here was my genius idea. I was gonna take cheesecloth and put it in the strainer so that it was the finest mesh to pour it through. But then here's the twist. After saving cheesecloth for like 5 years since the last time I used it, believe it or not, I just couldn't find it anymore. So what I'm gonna do is put a second strainer in there. So one thing is, like, how do you balance strainers like this? So I'm going to get something genius to balance this on. Et voila. Okay, good. You obviously, if you're just a more normal human than me, could just pour this through the one strainer and probably call it a day. Okay, here we go. Doesn't this feel like a science experiment? Hopefully nothing bubbles over though. And give her one last shake for no good reason. There's just no need for that at all. Oh my goodness, it smells good. Oh, it smells very citrusy. No surprise there. Okay, I'm gonna try to pour this without spilling too much. I'm feeling skeptical about my abilities. All right. You guys, my camera died at such a dramatic moment. I have this guy, my little spray bottle full, and now I'm just going to decant the rest into a mason jar so that I can store it somewhere other than, I mean, you gotta store it somewhere, that's my point. Here we go. It really smells delightful. I thought it might still smell just very vinegary, but it smells very citrusy. Now here's the tricky part. Or is it? Yeah, so I have just put my fingers on the top to prevent the peels from all coming out into the strainer, and I'm just trying to get every little bit of goodness out of there. So I'm actually pressing in to try to squeeze the peels a bit. So you can see like how deeply pigmented this is, and then you can see like this is, I don't know if it's an orange lemon or a grapefruit peel, but you can see that it's sort of turned gray. So Yeah, so those essential oils from the citrus fruits have clearly infused themselves deeply into the vinegar. This, I can see like a couple tiny, small, floating little particles, but nothing I'm concerned about. My smaller of the two actually has a finer plastic mesh, and you can see that there's pulp in it, but there's none in here. So my double straining probably did me no good whatsoever. If you just have a pretty fine mesh, that'll be great. Or I still think my original idea with the cheesecloth in here would have been awesome too, if you want to roll that way. I just remembered that, so I poured it in my little sprayer bottle until it was full, and I'm just remembering that this was meant to be diluted by half with water. So let me do that real quick. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour this approximately half out in here. Okay, good. So that's that. And then let me just fill this up with water. I would love to have a sophisticated distillation machine of some kind in my house, but I don't. So what I do is I use a Brita water filter. I pour my Brita water into a glass carafe, which I then let sit out for at least 8 hours to let any chlorine that's still in it evaporate. And that is what I'm using here. Part of what I'm really excited about is just that it smells so dang good, and the beautiful color. I mean, I bet it's just gonna clean great. So there we are. I don't really know how to show you the cleaning power of it. I guess I could, like, in the future, I could drum up some kind of a mess and then show you how I'm cleaning the mess with this. But in the meantime, just wiping down my cutting board. Yay! And it's all natural. That's one thing I really love about cleaning this way, because often I'm cleaning up in the kitchen, and if I have, say, a bunch of fruit sitting out and I'm cleaning the counter right next to it, I don't care if vinegar or lemon juice or water gets on my fruit. You know, these things are all food grade, things that are edible anyway. So I'm really trying not to clean with anything I couldn't eat. That's what I'm trying. Okay, cool. Well, thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you've tried anything like this. If I have any updates that come up as I am cleaning this way and using this fabulous new product, then I'll just leave them in the description bar. But for now, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! My smaller mesh, my smaller sieve, is this a sieve? What is this? A strainer? A sieve? What's the damn difference? I don't know.